Hello everybody, my name is Eleen. I'm going to be giving an informative speech on a behavioral experiment that I did. It was an observational study, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I want you guys to think of how often you use social media to communicate with others, or any sort of website or app that you can communicate with people with. And I want you to kind of think of how many times you've noticed that sometimes those people that you communicate with online act a little bit differently in person, especially over like certain topics, like controversial topics. So for my study, that's kind of exactly what I measured. So what I did was I posted a controversial topic in a local Facebook group that does like weekly meetups, and I chose this group because I knew they met up, so I knew I would be able to make a post online and then communicate with them online, and then also communicate with them in person to be able to tell the difference. The topic that I posted was that breastfeeding is the best option for babies, which has been scientifically studied and is true. I made sure to choose a topic that had science behind it and wasn't just like an opinionated topic. So when I posted that topic in the group, I made sure to measure the responses on my post. So I measured like the comments, if they were negative, the reactions, and if any of you use Facebook, you know that they have reactions to posts, so you can like it or heart it or sad, angry, shocked, anything like that. And then in person, I measured like people's body language, kind of matched the picture on Facebook to the person in real life to make sure it's the same person, and kind of paid close attention to what they said online and then what they were saying to me in person when I brought it up again. So when I made the post, I got 89 different comments from 89 different people. I do believe that these people knew that they were being observed, but I don't think they knew they were being observed for research, because, you know, social media is a platform where you post something and people see it and react to it, so they already know that they're being observed when they, you know, comment or do anything like that. So I measured the comments by categorizing them least negative, somewhat negative to most negative. Least negative being people kind of commented agreed to disagree. And then somewhat negative being they were stating that they were upset, but they kind of agreed with it. Wasn't too, you know, nasty of a comment or something. And then most negative was being the people who posted something nasty and was totally inappropriate, and just, you could tell that they just wanted to argue, or yeah, that was pretty much it. But after I made the post and observed those comments and kind of took notes on who commented what and all that, I met up with the weekly meeting that they did, and I made sure to gather most of the people who were really involved in that post and kind of brought it up again. I kind of brought it up as a whole, like when we were all kind of just hanging out, kind of, you know, announced it. Not like, you know, announced it like a speech, but I kind of brought it up so that, you know, multiple people could be involved. And then after that, I kind of would go around to the people that posted like the nastiest comments on there, and kind of, you know, just was chit-chatting and didn't wasn't trying to argue, but kind of brought it up to kind of see their response to the topic in person. And what I came to find actually was very surprising, my results. So as you can see on the graph, that online, when my post was made online, people were more negative than they were least negative. So I got 39 people out of the 89 post really nasty comments and very rude comments or reactions. And then when we were face to face, I got 56 out of all of those people to be least negative and kind of agree and be more of a mature, conversation. As you can see, the roles like completely switched, which kind of proves my theory. And it was really surprising because people were a lot nicer and more of, they completely switched their mindset, like their opinion. They kind of just agreed with me. I do believe a lot of those people were doing it because they didn't want to start an argument or didn't want to, kind of have that around their children. So there's a lot of factors in that. And, yeah, that comes to go to the next slide of my conclusion. So what I learned from my experiment was that social media does have an effect on how others treat others. So social media, or I guess I wouldn't say narrow it down to just social media, any kind of internet browser that you can communicate with people on. I should have changed that on my slide, but it provides a metaphorical like barrier for people to kind of hide behind, so people can really feel more confident and post their opinions and really be strong about it without having fear that a fight's going to break out or an argument of some sort or anything like that. So after doing my study, I did a lot more research, and I came to find out that my conclusions do align with outside sources because research has been shown that people act accordingly in person and do whatever they feel online because of social grooming. So social grooming is the way that people act in order to be friends or have relationships with people who are similar. People on social media, or the internet, will be more opinionated and react certain ways to sort of let others who agree or don't weed themselves out. Or in. So people will be more opinionated online, so that way they can kind of see who responds and how they respond to be able to know if they should, maybe I shouldn't be as close with them because this is an important topic for me. So, I want people who are in my life to kind of, have similar thoughts. Obviously that isn't the case for everything, but that it has been scientifically proven that people do that on social media and on internet, to kind of do that. It's kind of like a natural instinct that everybody has. It's one of those things people don't really know that they're doing, honestly, until, they realize it. I know for me, I've had lots of different topics on my personal Facebook or stuff like that, and have had people comment some really nasty things that didn't agree, and obviously, you can kind of sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I know I've done that. I kind of post like that and realize that some people, we just don't have the same thoughts, and, maybe I shouldn't hang out with them, kind of like I said earlier. Anyway, some improvements that I could have done to my study to kind of make it be more reliable is I could have posted lots of different topics, more of like political topics or any kind of controversial topic. I could have posted multiple different topics in multiple different groups that would, relate to different people from all over, and I would have had more of a variety. Since my research was very specified, I can only count for those people. Like, since it was breastfeeding related, it could have been, it's only for moms. So I could have chosen a topic that was like political, and it could have, had a wider variety of people, and could have counted the population as a whole instead of just moms. It just doesn't show enough data in response to be able to count it as a whole. These are the resources that I did a lot of my research from, how I kind of put it all together. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned some information from my research. I know I did. And I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for listening.